I am your host Humza Sabir, and you're watching Mr. Darkman TV. In a world where crowns are won in glittering lights and tearful finales, there are two women in Texas rewriting the script, two queens rising not just with beauty, but with fire, purpose, and legacy. One is a daughter carrying on her mother's legend. The other is a warrior of resilience, rising from the ashes of heartbreak and loss. This is not just a pageant story, this is the docudrama of two lives intertwining on the soil of Texas, under the heat of destiny. A tale of crowns, courage, and commitment. This is One State, Two Queens. Before we dive into this explosive, soul-stirring tale, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell because here on Mr. Darkman TV, we bring you the real stories, the raw journeys, and the revelations behind the headlines. I'm your host, Humza Sabir, and what you're about to hear is not just news, it's a cinematic experience of purpose, power, and womanhood. In the heart of Texas, two crowns were placed on two very different yet equally powerful heads. One went to a woman shaped by trauma, fire, and faith, Lieve Blanckaert, the Guyanese-born Dynamo crowned Miss Grand Texas 2025. The other landed gently yet fiercely on the head of Sadie Schiermeyer, crowned Miss Texas 2025, a legacy queen stepping into the footprints her mother laid 3 decades ago. And though they stood on separate stages, both women were fighting the same silent battles, proving that queens are not made in crowns, but in how they carry the weight of them. Let's begin with Lieve. She stood backstage at the Miss Grand Texas 2025 competition, her heart aching, her hands trembling, but her spirit roaring. 6 months before this day, she'd buried the one person who had been her greatest cheerleader, her mother, Lynette. A woman of substance, of service, of softness. The loss broke Lieve in ways that words cannot contain. But what most people didn't know was that this wasn't her first time breaking. It wasn't her first time losing. And it certainly wasn't her first time rising from it all. Lieve had been showing up on pageant stages for almost a decade, each time a little older, a little wiser, a little closer to the woman she was becoming. She had been crowned Miss India Guyana 2015, placed as the first runner-up at Miss Universe Guyana 2023, and again as runner-up at Miss World Guyana 2024. But no matter how close she came, victory always slipped away. Until now. Representing the vibrant city of Dallas, the 26-year-old wellness coach and entrepreneur walked away with the title of Miss Grand Texas 2025, outshining 18 other brilliant contenders. But to her, it wasn't about outshining anyone. It was about surviving everything. This isn't just a crown, she whispered through tears. It's 10 years of trying, growing, breaking, and still showing up. It's pain turned into purpose. It's for every woman who thinks her time is over, it's not. She dedicated her win to her mother in heaven, her first breath of gratitude going straight up toward the sky. But this story doesn't end with a crown. It continues as Lieve now prepares to represent Texas at Miss Grand USA in Las Vegas on August 14th, her heart packed with purpose and her mission louder than ever, spreading the message of holistic living, unity, and inner healing. Her platform, Habitual Lifestyle, is not a PR stunt. It's a way of life. A movement. A calling. Through workshops, retreats, and daily inspiration, she's helping women reconnect with their bodies, their minds, and their souls, especially in high-pressure spaces where the masks of perfection often silence the screams for help. I don't want to be perfect, she said. I want to be real. I want to leave people feeling better, lighter, healed. And she's doing just that, one conversation at a time. But just across the Texas stage, another queen was rising on the very soil she was born into, and on the legacy of a crown passed down not by blood, but by belief. Sadie Schiermeyer, known as Miss Richardson, was crowned Miss Texas 2025 in front of a roaring crowd. Her story. It's not about comeback. It's about carrying a torch lit decades ago. You see, Sadie wasn't the first queen in her family. Her mother, Arian Archer, now known as Arian Orlando, was crowned Miss Texas 1994. And 31 years later, in an almost mythical unfolding of destiny, her daughter stepped onto the same path with grace and thunder. Sadie didn't just inherit her mother's beauty, she inherited her heart. With a 4.0 GPA from Belmont University in Nashville and acceptance into a counseling program at Dallas Baptist University, Sadie chose to pause her academic dreams to fulfill her role as Miss Texas. But for her, this isn't a detour, it's a divine appointment. Her platform centers on health, wellness, and mental resilience. She speaks openly about her own battle with an eating disorder, encouraging others to find accountability partners, build supportive environments, and know that healing is never a one-size-fits-all path. I want to spark honest conversations about wellness, womanhood, and worthiness, she said. I want people to know they're allowed to start over again and again. Sadie's rise to the crown was marked by glowing performances in the evening gown and health and fitness categories. But the real beauty lay not in her gowns or her walk, it lay in her raw honesty and quiet power. She will now represent Texas in the Miss America pageant later this year, and for the first time in the competition's history, the title of Miss Texas will be worn by a woman who once watched her mother wear it too. 2 women. 1 state. 2 different journeys, yet one shared mission to redefine what it means to be a queen in the 21st century. Lieve, with her Guyanese and Belgian roots, represents the power of multiculturalism, healing, and resilience. Sadie, the hometown heroine from Richardson, embodies the legacy of compassion, intelligence, and breaking stigmas around mental health. Both queens are not here to be worshipped, they're here to walk beside every woman who's ever doubted herself. To remind her that her story matters. Her scars matter. Her comeback matters. And that's the real power of the crown. So whether you're watching this from your room, your office, or your car window in traffic, remember this. You don't need a title to rise. You need a reason. You don't need applause to heal. You need belief. And if these 2 queens could carry grief, doubt, expectations, and still wear their crowns with grace, then so can you. This is more than a story. It's a statement. Thank you for watching. I'm your host Humza Sabir, and this is Mr. Darkman TV. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell because the real stories are just getting started.